The following video is how to replace the variable valve timing actuator. Not the solenoid that's part of the actuator, but the whole compartment or assembly as a whole. And I want to make note that I was mentioning removing the Camshaft Position sensors. I didn't do that to get the results I did now. So, in my conclusion, in order to resolve the issue of the revving not going past 3,000, you need to replace the Vtec or the variable valve timing actuator. Just replace it all. I don't see the point in taking out the actuator or the whole compartment and removing the solenoid, which is one of those two parts that are a part of it all. Alright? And that will solve your revving at 3,000. My check engine light's still on because I don't know why, but the code says it could be that variable valve timing, or it could be the camshaft position sensors. I will find out soon, and so will you. We are changing the Vtec today, also known as the variable timing actuator. I guess the solenoid would be, I think, this part, or it could be this one. Don't quote me. This is located right here in a very convenient spot. I say that with a lot of sarcasm. You can see that I took out the bolts except for one. That one was really hard too. I was afraid of warping my tool. I used a very tiny ratchet. I actually had to pry my leg up here like so and really get in there so that it stopped getting loose. I have now loosened the bolt enough. Oh yes, of course, before you remove the bolts, ow, I'm working on a Honda engine. Take out this. This is what it looks like before. Can you see it? So it looks like before, this is the clip you push on, push, pull, it'll come off pretty easy. Same with this one. I'm using my camera to use it. It goes in here. Same thing, pull it out, unclip it. Alright, anyways, back to this. Taking out the screw. I'll show you what it looks like. It's a huge long bolt. And I just put a drop of sweat on my screen. Come on, it's starting to burn. It takes a lot of patience, but it's well worth it. Saving lots of money. Whoa, it's hot. It's fucking hot. It's fucking hot. Ooh. Oh, those smell good. Now that's a bit of a problem. Now, visually, this doesn't look bad, except for that. I'll say it again. But that's a bit of a problem. I don't know if changing this part will actually repair the problems I'm having, because this is something that has to do with the engine. It just has to. It looks like silver. Fuck. Anyways, replace it the same way you took it out. Now I'm gonna have to deal with my issues here. My issue specifically is when revving up the engine, whether in park or driving, if you get close to 3,000, it starts to jumping. And if you're in park, it'll just go boom, 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 like it won't go past 3,000. So the way I'm diagnosing it is I'm changing that part, but also I'm gonna have to get to this and remove it because I bought the replacement part. I think it's the camshaft sensor. I believe camshaft position sensor. Here, and here. Now, the thing that I hate about this job is removing the EGR. This is the EGR right here. And the reason I don't like doing this is because That bolt, I've done it before, by the way. I've removed the AGR and it sucks, so this is how I know. But anyways, that bolt right there, it's hard to remove just because it's really in a very crowded place. And you could remove a lot of stuff out of the way. But even if you do, getting to this bolt is a pain in the fucking ass. I can't even describe how much of a pain that is to get to. So you're gonna have to remove all these hoses, this hoe, and all these wires out of the way if you want to do it right and not force things and possibly warp your tools. I'm still fascinated at this. Come on, zoom in on my finger. Can you? No? You don't want to? It's too shiny. So that's how you solve the revving at 3,000, meaning you get to like right here and it goes boom, 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 and like it never happens. But I just replaced the Vtec, the variable timing actuator. I think that's what I said it was called. Anyways, check it out.